Good morning, Mr. Thomas. Today's question is, how can feedback from users help in fine-tuning the software after implementation?
Yeah, thank you, Lavanya. Good morning to you also. This question is very important because we may think that after a software has been implemented at a customer's place, the work of the software provider is completed. But I would say one of the crucial steps after the implementation of the software at a customer's place is to ensure that the software is fine-tuned based on the end user, because ultimately the success depends no matter what we did before giving the software and understood the requirement. We've implemented the software successfully, everything is working fine, there are no bugs, there are no glitches, everything is going well. But if the end users who are ultimately going to use the software on ground, if they are not able to use it with ease, and if the software is not user friendly for them, the entire software can end up becoming a failure. So it is extremely crucial to give a lot of emphasis on this particular stage where the software has been implemented, and then we are actively seeking feedback from the users, and we are fine tuning the software to ensure that the software is uh, user friendly for them. So what happens typically after the implementation is, functionally the entire software will work perfectly. That is, it will take care of everything inside the software. All the features will work, input, output, everything will come correctly. The calculations will be correct. Everything will happen correctly. Okay, functionally it will be perfect. But what can happen is the users might not find it user friendly. For example, they may simple things like they may expect when they hit on enter that it should not submit the form, but it should go to the next field. Okay. Now this is a user-friendly feature. It's not a mandatory thing that it has to work only like that. They can take a mouse and click on submit, or they can take a mouse and click on the next one. But in certain places, they expect that when you press enter in a particular place, it should go to the next field and not submit the entire form. Whereas in some other places, they will expect that when I press enter, it should get submitted. So these are different types of fine tuning that is required to ensure that the software is working correctly, even for the end users. And what will happen is when we fine tune the software with all the feedback that we receive from various users, we can create a snag list. Like we may receive even around 20 or 50 or 100 different small tweakings that the users may ask for. And when we start implementing those tweakings and the small fine tuning, what will happen is slowly we will see that the productivity of the entire team will start improving. Because whatever feedback they are giving is obviously based on the difficulty that they are facing in the software. And if we are able to remove that, and if we are able to make it a little more user friendly, for example, like in our own scenario, initially when we were using a follow up in our own internal software, we were having to individually update the payment follow-up boxes individually. Okay. And sometimes if for a client there are, let's say, 4 or 5 different follow-ups that have to be done, the team member had to individually update each of them separately, and that was kind of taking a little longer. And we saw that there were the number of scenarios where same customer had multiple follow-ups was increasing. So what we did, we gave a simple option where, if we are making an update for one of the payment follow-ups, we gave an option where it says apply this for all the other follow-ups also. Okay. So by that, what happened, instead of taking care of 5 different follow-ups or 10 different follow-ups, the entire follow-ups of the different payments were updated with just one click. So what happens? We are saving that much of time, probably 2 minutes on each customer we are saving. So imagine if there are 100 customers, how many minutes can be saved? So this level of fine tuning is extremely crucial at the last stage to ensure that the software is really meeting its purpose of increasing the productivity of the team. So this is how it's very, very crucial that we get feedback from the end users, and we can fine tune the software after implementation. So that's the answer for that. Thank you, Lavanya.
Thank you.